Hey everyone, I am T-Rex, and I know that I said that I was going to do my Blade Runner 2049 review today, and but I watched WandaVision, and I want to talk about that first. So Blade Runner 2049 review is coming out, just want to talk about this pretty badly. So WandaVision, I watched the first 2 episodes of this show, and this is me going to be talking about, in a review with no spoilers, what I thought about the first 2 shows, and it hasn't been out long, so again, no spoilers. But I'm not going to give a review at the end since I need a full season to be able to give the show a score. And other than that, I'm just going to get into this, so let's talk about it. Okay, first thing first, it is fantastic to have Marvel back. The last Marvel film was Spider-Man Far From Home, which came out a year and a half ago. So seeing that Marvel logo show up again was nice to see. But I think that this narrative, though, is also really interesting, so let's start talking about the narrative. I think that it is interesting because of the way of the scale of it. It feels very small scale, but there's a looming presence of something there. And to me, that is the most interesting dynamic that is going forward for this show, since it kind of feels like a Twilight Zone episode. Also, being in the settings of a 50s sitcom style, I think has led to being a very fresh, different take from anything else in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which really makes it feel like a breath of fresh air. Now, this isn't me saying that I don't like what is in the MCU already, because I love the MCU, but it is great to see them taking risks when it comes to their new storytelling. Now, the characters in this show are great. The thing that I think these shows are really going to be able to do well is being able to flesh out those characters that are usually in the background of those ensemble films. So I'm glad that they're able to flesh out Vision and Scarlet Witch, but I'll be honest, going into this show, both of these characters are not some of my favorites. I enjoy Scarlet Witch enough. I found her interesting enough, especially going in Infinity War. I thought she was fine in Age of Ultron, Civil War, but I didn't really care too much about her character, and the characters aren't as selling on a show like this. I just don't know if there's that star power there with these characters like Vision and Wanda or Scarlet Witch. I just think that it was a very tougher show to sell because these are very background characters in these movies. But I'll say that I really like what they did with Scarlet Witch so far. I found her interesting, and I think they go in a very different way, but she acts different, but it still feels like it's her, which really goes to the writing team because they really did a good job of making her feel different, but still being that same character. Also, Vision. Again, I'll say that I am not a big fan of Vision in the films. I always thought he lacked that human emotion, really felt robotic, and the one character in the cast I always didn't care about if he got hurt or anything. I just didn't care, but he started to get more better in Infinity War with that more human emotion, but that didn't happen for so long because if you know, you know. But Vision in this show is so different. I think that because this show is able to let Paul Bettany kind of do what he wants to and be more human, I think that really helps improve the Vision character. But I'll say, Vision in this show is awesome. I'm really enjoying him. I think they're doing a great job of fleshing his character out and showing what he really is like. The other characters in this show that aren't Scarlet Witch or Vision are fine, I guess. Like, they do their job of being somewhat placeholder characters, it feels like. But I bet down the road, as things get more insane and weirder, I think that those characters will have more of a point in the plot and also be a lot more interesting. Also, the way the show is shot in that 4:3 aspect ratio, and also being black and white, I think really gives this show somewhat of a different feeling, I think definitely compared to other shows. And I think that really helps this show stand out in the MCU. I just dig the style that they're going for. Also, the performances from Elizabeth Olsen and Paul Bettany I've already talked about, but they're fantastic from both of them. This show really needs a good showing from the 2 lead actors since the show is really revolving around them, and I think they really pull it off. Also, I think this show is pretty funny, but people get nervous when I say that because everyone's so used now to that MCU style of quick humor. But honestly, I think that this show is a very different type of humor. It's more that 50s style where it's more laid back and has a laugh track. But I think it's very different, and sometimes it's really funny. Not all of the jokes hit, but when they do, they can be kind of funny sometimes. On a whole, I am very excited to see where this show is going next and how they're going to keep the show going. The cast and characters are great, and it has a story that is really intriguing for sure. I can't wait to see where it is going. I hope that all Marvel shows are going to try to be as original as this. Overall, go watch it. It is on par with the quality of the films. And I think since it is a TV show, people are going to try to skip out on it. Definitely check it out. It's a lot of fun. Okay, if you like this, you can leave a like. And if you like what I'm doing on my channel, you can subscribe and hang around. Remember, I'm not doing one of my lists where I'm like, oh, this is great, good. It'd probably be great right now. But, like, I'm not going to do that because I need to have more time with this show. I'm going to do my review at the end. I'll probably do a full show review when the show wraps up. I don't know how long it's going to be. I heard around 6 episodes around there, but I'm not sure. Don't go after me if that's way off. That's just what I remember hearing somewhere. I'm going to do my Blade Runner 2049 review next, but tell me in the comments if you would like me to do more Marvel-related stuff. I personally love Marvel in the MCU, and if the interest is there, I'd love to do more Marvel-related content. Anyways, I'll see you in my next review, and I'll see you then. Bye.